Okay, so just to show you, that's my cat, Wolverine, who really wants to come outside. And where's outside? So hi, my name's Juliana. This is welcome to my YouTube channel, I think. We'll see if I end up actually posting this. But I'm 37 years old. I live in Goma in Eastern DRC. That's the Democratic Republic of Congo. As you can tell from my accent, probably, I'm originally American. I was born and raised in America and lived for a while in France too. So I do speak French. I'm bilingual. My father's French, so I was raised bilingual. The predominant language here in the east is Swahili, and in the west is Lingala, and then French is spoken throughout the country. It occurred to me about a week or two ago, the idea of starting a YouTube channel where I would kind of share about my life here so people could see what it's like living in Goma, what Eastern DRC is like beyond the news headlines, when there are even headlines. I feel like there's so much to know about this country that people don't know and aren't aware of, and what they do know is just what the news limits itself to, which is tragic headlines and unfortunate stories, which are the case. There's a lot of difficulty and challenges and tragedy here, but there's also a lot of joy and a lot of community and a lot of entrepreneurship and resourcefulness and just friendship and beauty in all the ways that we find beauty in life. And so I wanted to kind of share that with people and share the experience of being an expat in Goma and what that's like. Sorry, my cat is still... It's Wolverine. I'm on my veranda right now on a property that I own with some friends. So I'm also a property owner here in Goma. So moved into this house in September, and that was really exciting. I've never owned a house before, never lived in a house I've owned. So that's been very exciting. And we'll definitely do a house tour so everyone can see the beautiful home I'm living in and appreciate the architecture and the lava rock wall. It's really awesome. These are actually lava pieces that like were made into this kind of mural. I came here for an internship in grad school in 2017 and then moved here full time in 2019, left in 2020 when COVID hit, and then moved back in July 2022, so about a year and a half ago. And yeah, I've now invested in property and am planning on raising my soon-to-be, hopefully, child here, and am in it for the long haul in Goma. So yeah, eager to share what life is like here and what it's like being a single expat woman living in Congo. I work for a solar energy company called Nuru. I'm Chief People and Sustainability Officer there. So I'm in charge of HR and ESG. And both times I moved here, it was to work for Nuru. So work is what brought me here. But the people are what have kept me here and what brought me back. Just have formed a great community here whom I'm hoping I'll get to do some interviews with so you guys can meet them and get to know some of the other people living here and some of the people living in Goma. Another big part of my life is that I'm embarking on a journey of having a child by myself. So I did egg freezing twice. Once in 2019, once in 2020, and am planning on doing in vitro fertilization in probably April or May, sometime in the spring or summer, so going back to the US to do that, and then I'll come here for most of the pregnancy and then go back to the States to deliver the baby. But I have one of my friends, who's a friend from grad school. He will be the sperm donor, I'm hoping. We're at the testing phase of everything, so He has to do a sperm analysis, and then we have to do genetic testing to make sure we're not carriers of the same diseases. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed. I'm very excited to have him and his husband be part of this with me. The way they envision their relationship with my child, or our child, is exactly what I'm looking for and hoping for, and what I wanted, which is why I didn't want to go to a sperm bank. And so just really, really hoping that this testing, everything comes out okay, because it's just been a miracle how in sync we've been, and how what they envision is exactly what I want for my child. And just very excited about the possibility of having, you know, these two wonderful men be role models and family for my child, whom I hope I'll be able to have. I've never tried to get pregnant before, so I don't know if it'll be easy or difficult for me. I'm 37 years old. I don't remember if I mentioned that. So I think it's above 35 is when your fertility really starts to go downhill. Now, like I said, I have frozen eggs, so that's what we're using, but hopefully my body will be amenable to the process. And yeah, this is something I've been thinking about for a long time and planning for a long time. I moved here with the idea that I'd give myself a year to meet someone, and if I hadn't met someone, I'd move forward with having a child by myself. So I'm not totally sure yet what this channel will be about. You know, most of the YouTube that I do is skincare stuff. So I'm not an expert in any way, so I don't think I could have a skincare channel. I just don't have the expertise for that. But am partially interested in, like, you know, using different skincare and sharing my experience and doing that. Partially interested in kind of talking about my life in Goma and people seeing what that's like and what it's like living there and what life is like here and what the day-to-day is like, and just, you know, sharing about Goma and the community here and the culture here and how amazing it is. Because unfortunately most people don't get to see that side of Congo. And then, yeah, also interested in sharing my journey as I embark on this whole process to get pregnant. So the process of trying to do that, and then the pregnancy, hopefully, which will hopefully happen, and everything that follows. So yeah, there's a few different things. You know, I'm also an avid reader. I have about probably about 2,000 books here that I had shipped with me, and that is about half of the library that I have globally, I guess one would say, which makes it sound wild, but there are a ton of books in my parents' basement, and I left about half the books there. I literally went through my books one by one, choosing which ones I would bring with me. Tried to only bring ones I hadn't read and ones that had a 3.8 star rating or higher on Goodreads. So I literally checked book by book. Was a long process. My dad thought I was crazy. But yeah, and then just another little some more information about me. I'm a mental health activist and advocate. And so also interested in, you know, sharing my experience with that and being a stigma fighter, as we sometimes call it, and speaking about my experience and my struggles with depression and bipolar disorder, and sharing that journey. So there are a few things I'm interested in potentially sharing with people on this channel. We'll see what ends up being of interest to people, or whether I end up even doing this, whether this video even gets posted. But however you found me, thank you very much for coming to my channel, and hopefully see you around. So thanks so much, and have a wonderful Saturday.